In its annual risk assessment report of South Africa, Moody's again listed structural and economic constraints as impediments to growth.
Growth is a key concern for us. Low growth has been plaguing the economy for the last 3 years, this year especially. But as we said when we confirmed the rating in May, we expect this year to be the bottom, and we expect a turnaround as some of these growth constraints ease. The drought, the electricity shortages, the tightening interest rate policy.
The ratings agency, though, was encouraged by the strong growth recorded in the second quarter of this year. It expects the economy will grow 0.2% this year and 1.1% in 2017. Moody's risk assessment wasn't as negative as expected. The agency said a number of infrastructure bottlenecks are being addressed and that there is room for manufacturing and export growth. But a number of constraints that include labor, fiscal and political factors still need attention.
The political situation we cited as the number one challenge that the economy faces. And what matters really is if the political challenges fail to result in the reforms being introduced.
Earlier this year, the government introduced a number of reforms to get the economy back on track and avoid a downgrade to junk status. Moody's says it's noted the efforts, but more has to be done. There are still barriers to entry in the labour market. The report also noted rising debt levels and contingency liabilities, loss-making state-owned enterprises in particular, warning of their impact on the country's fiscal position.
That's another level of governance or aspect of governance that needs to be addressed. And the enforcement measures yet haven't been clarified as to how government can enforce the rules and make sure that the SOEs abide by those rules.
South Africa still remains at risk of a possible credit ratings downgrade this year as weak economic conditions persist. However, the manufacturing sector is showing signs of a recovery. Foreign direct investment has also lifted. China boosted FDI by 50% this year with an $861 million investment agreement to build a new automotive plant in the Eastern Cape.
It's manufacturing, which is high employment intensity sector, so it should generate some jobs. It should generate relatively well-paying and productive jobs and have some spillovers to the rest of the economy. And also it's important because it shows continued confidence of investors in South Africa's economy, even in these challenging conditions.
South Africa is currently on a negative outlook and has less than 3 months left before Moody's can make a decision on a possible downgrade. Sumitra Nadu, CCTV, Johannesburg, South Africa.